Worked a lot on the passing game, both offensively and defensively. And it's safe to say that defense is way ahead of the offense, which, in my opinion, normal. Very normal. Defenses are usually ahead of the offense first week of training camp, but this defense is so good, it does not surprise me. And it got a little feisty there Friday and Saturday. I don't like to see fights, but it got a little tempers flared just a touch. So, bunch of stuff to talk about. Jimmy Haslam talked. Usually, I don't care. I know. He made the statement that he is hoping for over 5.5 wins. So am I. That doesn't bother me. Something else he said, improved expectations. I like that line. Improved expectations. I'm going to use that quite a bit. Also, as we all know, Grant Delpit and Denzel Ward were extended last week. I'm still looking. From what I see of Denzel Ward's contract, it's very, very Browns friendly. The only thing I have not found is when there's a $10 million bonus that's going to be paid, but we don't have a date. Now, everybody remembers last year when Myles Garrett redid his contract, his bonus was due a week before the season started. Thus started the trade speculation. Because if you trade someone before June 1st, it's a bigger cap hit than after June 1st. So I am waiting to find out that date on Denzel Ward's bonus. If it's before June 1st or after June 1st, I would wager either way, they're not going to trade Denzel Ward. But I'm wagering it's probably before June 1st of next year. So I'm not worried about that. So what's going on training camp last week or this past week? Well, a lot of people were asking questions why the two rookies, Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston, were with the twos, because the coaching staff really wants to get a look at Taylon Wallace, who came over from Baltimore, mostly known as a return specialist, and Cedric Tillman. Those are the two guys that would be on the bubble if everybody stayed healthy in the wide receiver room. So the coaching staff this week wanted to get a good idea what they have in both. And that makes perfect sense. Also, this past week, I'll get to the quarterback in a minute. The offensive line. Offensive line was, right now it's a little bit of a revolving door at right guard. As I said last week, if Elton Jenkins plays center, a position he's played the most, he's played every position, but that's the one he's played the most, then your right guard will be, I had hoped, Tavon Jenkins. But he's injured. He seems like he's always injured. So right now you got a revolving door of course, KT Livingston. And if Jenkins doesn't make it, I'm rooting for him. I mean, he'd be the perfect guard. A guy named Jack Conley and Kendrick Green right now are playing right guard. So and I like Tavon Jenkins. I like that signing, but he's always hurt. So I'm rooting for KT Livingston. And we'll get to the center position here in a minute. Right now, what else is going on? This past week, they've been testing Ronnie Hickman's coverage skills. That's, I said three players need to be extended: Ward, Delpit, and Hickman. I have a feeling that's what's holding up Hickman's extension, because they really want to see how he plays in coverage. He's good at playing up towards the line, but they want to see him. They're testing how he backpedals and how he closes on receivers and tight ends. So that's what they're doing with Hickman right now. That's probably why you hadn't heard of an extension. One guy I've been touting since he signed as an undrafted rookie free agent, Michael Coates, cornerback. He's playing extremely well. They're very impressed with him. Also, a name from the past, Nathaniel Bookie Watson. Remember Nathaniel Bookie Watson, 6-year player out of Mississippi State when they drafted him? He is having a really good camp, and he could find himself maybe the third linebacker behind Schlesinger and Quincy Williams. So keep an eye on him here coming up. And another guy that's really impressing so far is the last draft pick the Browns had this past year, Carson Ryan out of BYU. He is doing everything they have asked him to do. And that'll get you on a roster. So that's another player to watch. First day in the books, I've heard that people who have been watching the practice say there's more coaching, more organization, and more efficiency than there was with Kevin Stefanski. I like that, especially the organization and the efficiency, more organization and efficiency. Let's take a quick break. All right. Good morning again. This is the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, brought to you by Hemisphere Coffee. You see the scrollers down below, Hemisphere Coffees, roasters.com, and Sherry's Licorice at sherryslicorice.com. You can get on orders of $25 or more, you can get a 15% discount. If you put in the code Elves Network 15. Great licorice. Give it a try. 15% off. You can't beat that. All right. So coming up this week, they're going to be in pads tomorrow, but they're not going to be in pads every practice because of NFL rules. Todd Monken is still insisting that there be no tackling to the ground, and he's going to keep that throughout training camp, but he wants them to be more physical. He wants them to be physical, but no tackling the ground. But pads are very important for this week because Monken's going to install the running game this week. They've been just primarily doing passing, but this week they're going to start concentrating on the running game. And we're finally going to get to see Parker Brailsford, the draft pick center out of Alabama, to see what he can do in pads. That's great. I want to see him because that would move Elton Jenkins to right guard, and then your offensive line is set. 2 rookies, I know, but I hear that they love his attitude. They love the way he learns. They love his technique. Let's see what happens. I can't wait to see the video. Now, DeJuan Jones, right now, they're a little concerned about his lateral movement. That's why you're seeing him start before Fano. Fano's getting more starts, and he's going to keep getting more starts. But they're really concerned about his lateral movement. They might try this week. You might see him at right tackle. I don't know if he can be a guard. He's kind of big, man. I just don't get it. So let's get to the obvious question. Quarterback. The quarterback tracker is totally useless because of one thing, time to throw. It does not record time to throw. If it put how long it took one of the quarterbacks to throw, you might feel a little bit different about the quarterback tracker. Right now, everybody who is rooting against Deshaun Watson are pointing out all the interceptions he's thrown, 6 so far. And then those who are rooting against Shedeur Sanders are pointing out that he is only doing underneath stuff mostly in his passing attempts. Look, I follow some people who were at training camp, and when asked about the quarterbacks, this gentleman said Watson is doing the same dumb stuff over and over again. Sanders is doing less dumb stuff. Not a ringing endorsement for either one of them. So remember that. Watson is doing the same dumb stuff over and over again. I've also heard that people say he looks just like he did in 24, which I want no part of. and Sanders is doing less dumb stuff. He's still holding on to the ball too long. The one thing Watson is doing well is he's getting the offense up to the line of scrimmage quicker and more efficiently, and he should be. He's a freaking 10-year pro. Okay? If he's unable to do that, he should they should figure out how to not have. I'm still saying he's not going to play. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to play. But they need to, he's just doing the same stuff, dumb stuff over and over again. That's the best way to describe it. The other two quarterbacks on the roster. Taylor Green and Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel, he did throw a pick yesterday, and I don't know why. I'm not going to get hung up on interceptions at this point, because if you're going against the number one defense, you're going against one of the better secondaries, and you're going up against a couple guys in Tyson Campbell and Denzel Ward who are very good. So, but he has been the most consistent. Dylan Gabriel. He has been good, but consistent. Not spectacular. He's getting limited reps because Watson and Sanders are taking all the reps. But with the repetitions he does get, he looks good. That's what people are saying. Now, Taylor Green throws a very nice pass. I've been told that he just throws he throws a ball well. And probably, and this one guy said, probably better than any quarterback they have out there in the practice squad right now. His problem is accuracy and timing. That's why I'm fully convinced that he will not be on the practice squad. So you're looking at a quarterback room with 3 quarterbacks, and there are 4 right now on the roster. I could see a situation where they roll with Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Taylor Green as your third quarterback and do something. I have not figured out what they're going to do with Watson. They may keep him on I hope they don't keep him on the roster and just not play him like Houston did in 2021. That would be a waste. That would be a waste of a roster spot. And you need every roster spot because they always keep 10 offensive linemen. It's looking like 6 wide receivers. It's looking like 3 tight ends and 3 running backs. And right now, I believe Raheem Sanders is going to be your 3 behind Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins, who looks great. He still looks great. He is quicker, faster, and he's making cuts better than he did last year. That's a scary thought. So I can't see them wasting a roster spot for 4 quarterbacks. So I am still curious to see what they're going to do. And if I hear from anyone on what they're planning, you'll be the first to know. Well, you'll be the second to know because I'll be the first to know. But I can see a quarterback room of Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Taylor Green. Can't put Taylor Green on practice squad. I don't know if they could put Watson on the practice squad because nobody is going to select him if they put him on the practice squad. But again, that would be a waste of a roster spot on the practice squad. You can only keep so many people. But they do always keep an emergency quarterback on the practice squad. This might be something that we should watch. Okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you're having a good morning right now in Nashville. It's nice. We had some heavy-duty storms Friday night, a hell of a lightning show. Jeez, thunder and lightning. Incredible. Supposed to get some more rain today. I think the high today is supposed to be 78 degrees, less humidity. I love it. Until it heats back up again next week. So this has been the Dawgpound South, Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sport Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. I want to thank you for following, listening, subscribing, and watching us here on the Fanatical Elves Network. We may not be voted the best podcast in the world. Browns podcast. But one thing you will not get a load of garbage from me. I'll tell you the truth. And if I'm wrong about Deshaun Watson playing, I'll be the first one to come on here and do it. Even if it isn't my regular Sunday slot. I'll come on here and say, man, I was wrong. But I just can't see it. I just can't see it. If he is still making decisions and throwing the ball like he did in 2024, there is no possible way logically you have him start. So everyone, have a great day and go Browns.